Hey y'all, welcome to my 10th episode of my Let's Play series. It's big 1-0. I am so excited that we've made it this far already. I feel like most people give up after one or two episodes, but this has been so much fun and I'm still going at it. And for the 10th episode, truthfully, this might not be the most exciting episode in the whole world, but I wanted to do something to celebrate. So let's make things a bit more shiny. That's much better. Look at this, all sparkly and protected. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I've had diamonds just sitting in my chest for forever, and I never touch diamonds. That's the problem. I hoard them. So I figured I'll just use them finally. I don't have any diamond tools yet. I mean, we do have the diamond pick in the chest, but I don't use that unless necessary for now. But when we get a bit more diamonds, which we might do this episode, we will kit out all of our tools to be diamond. But for the big 1-0, I wanted to do something special. And today we are going to be continuing to work on the barn. This poor barn is roofless and we need to fix that. And to do that, we're going to need a ton of quartz. I'm an idiot and I didn't realize how much quartz we actually need. And we need a lot. So I feel like that's going to be the primary thing we do this episode. And then if we have time, we will just go regular mining. All right, we just need to find. I don't like this. We just need to find some quartz. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully, nothing too dangerous. This is just my long tunnel that I dug when I just needed to get some netherrack, like a madman. I don't like how squishy netherrack sounds. It's no fun. 25 from just one little vein. Oh, and I missed one. You know, if you really think about it, quartz is a very strange item in the game. It was introduced a very long time ago, and it really just, it's the only ore, well, I guess now that there's gold, but for the longest time it was the only ore that you can get in the nether, and it's exclusive to the nether, which is kind of weird if you think about it, especially from a real life perspective that they used the quartz for this. And by that I mean quartz, if you don't know gemology, which is the study of gemstones from a scientific basis, not like the magic kind of gobbledygook about crystals, but the actual science of crystals. It is the most common crystal found in the earth, at least in the earth's crust. And it's I mean it's so common that if you were to go and like you never know those like gravel patches, usually like in driveway, parking lots, stone paths, that kind of stuff. If you just poked around, you'd probably find quartz just lying in the midst because it's that common. But it's absent in the overworld. It's only found in the nether here, which is a little odd. And also, it's very white. And quartz comes in all different types of colors. It's really a matter of the inclusions, I think they're called. Or no, no, sorry, not inclusions, impurities. Inclusions are something else, I think. But yeah, the impurities of various, usually metals, so like iron atoms or nickel atoms or something, when they get inside, they cause the quartz to change color. The atoms suspend themselves inside the quartz matrix of silicon dioxide. Sorry, this is such a nerdy rant, but I'm fascinated by the chemistry of crystals. So you can picture the silicon dioxide forming into a pattern, a rigid pattern that it's kind of like blocks. Like they're in a pattern like in rows and columns. And but instead of blocks like this where they're solid, think of them as like circles within these squares. And there's little gaps. So if you had a circle here and a circle here, there'd be a gap in between them and in between all four of them. You fit an iron atom in there, and that's how you get color for most crystals. Anyway, long story short, when there's no impurities for things like quartz or diamonds, you get perfectly clear crystals. And that's not what we're seeing here. They're not clear, they're white. I think white quartz is called milky quartz. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. But it's not called that in Minecraft, it's just called quartz. And sure, it might just be the item texture might just show that it's white by the look of it, whatever. But the block itself is also white. Let's go for it. There's a slim chance a gas just shows up and kills us. Oh no. Come on, this is not fair. Literally the one block I chose. If I chose one to the right or one to the left, it would have been fine. But yeah, anyway, so quartz blocks are interesting. Um, they that gas sounds very close. I'm nervous, especially with all this hot lava. Yeah, so it's very strange that they chose quartz to fill this block's need, you know, of a nice white block that you can get, and also as a purpose of the nether, like adding more to the nether, because it was added at a time when the nether was very bare. It didn't have these biomes, it had the fortresses, it didn't have the bastions, it really didn't have a whole lot. It just had soul sand, glowstone, netherrack, and then they added quartz. And they even, I believe they just called it quartz back in the day, but they renamed it to nether quartz. What's also really interesting is the uses of quartz. So I still don't even know what quartz is all used for. I know that they're used in some redstone devices like comparators, and I think the daylight sensors. I kind of panicked a little. I thought that I would be safe. Ah! I thought I'd be safe behind that one block, but I guess not. Ugh. Man, I'm no good at hitting these back. Okay. This is not going my way. Whew, that was a close one. I wasn't keeping track of my health, and that got dangerously low. But yeah, alright, so quartz is used in that regard in terms of items, but the main purpose. Can this guy just, like, leave me alone? I don't have my bow to kill him. Ow! Ugh. Come on. Ah! Ah! Ooh, that was close. Ooh. I have to get him with the send back, otherwise he's never gonna leave us alone. I don't have another way to get to him. Ooh! Come on. Ooh! Ooh. Come on. Send it back! Get him, get him, get him! Ooh! Alright, that sent back the other fireball, but that one missed him. Ooh! Ooh! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, that was so close! It's a good thing I'm so protected by my diamond armor. I need to eat. Ooh! Snuck up on me. Come on. Next is he's gonna blow up my nether portal. Nothing like using a bucket of water to put out fire, right, boys? Is he gonna be a problem still? Because I can't have him bombing me while I mine some quartz. So, quartz. The purpose of quartz. It serves as a white block. So, Minecraft likes to beef up their color palette. This was one of the first decent, like pure white blocks. And what's so interesting about it is that it basically served as marble, especially the chiseled one. Chiseled quartz is obviously known for looking like a pillar. Or wait, the chiseled one. No, that's the chiseled one has uh the spirals on it, right? Yeah. So which one? Well, maybe it's called the cut quartz block. I don't know, but you know what I mean. One of them looks like a marble pillar, and the other one looks like the Greek swirls. So very clearly, quartz is a stand-in for marble. But why? Why quartz? Why not just make marble a block? Very interesting. And also, the nature of quartz is unlike other ores. When you have ores, you can usually well, not usually, always, you can build blocks out of them, like diamond blocks, gold blocks, out of 9 ore, and then you can convert them right back to their base 9 items. So, like, one gold block becomes 9 gold ingots. And you can go back and forth, and it's a great way for storage to reduce the amount of space you're taking up with ores. Especially in your inventory when you're mining and your inventory fills up, but you're not quite yet done mining. So it's great in that regard, but it doesn't work with nether quartz. Nether quartz is 4 blocks, or sorry, 4 items of nether quartz get you 1 block, and you can't turn it back. And that's what's so, like, it's just so unique. And I'm not sure what Mojang was actually thinking with that. I'm very curious if they actually ever talked about why they made nether quartz different than the rest. Because by all accounts, it's an ore, and again, it used to be the only ore in the nether. And I guess the nether always likes to be a little different, so. Fun cold nugget. Do you mind, sir? Don't talk back to me. Hey, I heard that. But anyway, that was my impromptu rant about quartz. I didn't really plan to talk about it, but I was worried that I would have nothing to talk about while I was mining, but I managed to fill it with this. I also don't have any more iron on me, so we're gonna have to resort to stone for a minute, and then we'll just head back. But yeah, I generally like quartz. It's pretty good. My only complaint again would be the unable to turn quartz blocks back into quartz. I'd even take the like increase to 9 because all right, here's the thing. It is clearly a building material first and foremost. It's very similar to copper in that regard. Copper is almost exclusively for building, and they're updating it so that it has a few more uses, but it's mostly for building, especially the, decorative element that it changes over time into green, and you can get nice shades of in between. But here's two very important distinctions between copper and quartz. Number one, as I mentioned, you can make a copper block and you can convert it back into pure copper ingots whenever you want. That's not the case with quartz. Now, if you cut the copper into like chiseled copper or whatever and slabs and stairs, then you can't turn it back from there. Fine. We can do that for quartz too. Shouldn't be a problem. But another thing is, watch this. What did you notice? A single piece of quartz falls whenever you mine a block. You're asking for trouble, buddy. He wants me to hit him. Hey, leave me alone. Yeah, when you mine copper, kind of like lapis and redstone, you get a whole bunch of it. And that is a utility thing. It's because they recognize, hey, you're going to be building with this. You're going to need a lot. And yes, sure, there is a higher build requirement of 9 ingots per every block, as opposed to 4, like for quartz. But, I mean, still, you get a ton from a single little vein, while with quartz, not so much. And also, just last thing to my point about the metaphor for marble. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to think of quartz as a stone. Like they're clearly treating it like like a stone brick type of situation, and it just doesn't make sense for them to do that with something that they call quartz. Like call it something else. Call it marble. You can mine marble chunks. Wouldn't be an issue. Wouldn't break the immersion. But to say, hey, like, oh wow, that was perfect. Maybe too perfect. Now I don't have a pick to get back up. Here we go. But yeah, like I don't know, just if I'm building out of quartz, like a quartz wall in the game, it looks good. But like when you do one of those, like how would this look in real life? Oh, hello. It doesn't translate properly because it's you're saying, hey, this is like a solid wall of pure crystal. I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way if I really start to think about it. We got a ton of netherrack. Look at all that. I really need a better storage system. And to that regard, I know I keep saying it, but I need a house. Maybe I should maybe I should really push forward on the plans for the house. All right, let's look at our haul. We got nearly 5 full stacks of nether quartz. I don't all right, this is where my OCD kind of clashes because if we had just mined 4 more blocks, we would have had an even stack. But the pickaxe also died right at the end of that vein. So I don't know which one wins out. The satisfying end of the pickaxe or a satisfying stack. I guess I'm going to go with the pickaxe because we're going to be using all this quartz anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I think we're going to cut it off here. I am trying to make my videos a little less long, a little bit shorter, just because I think it was episode 5 that's like an hour long, and it's an hour of me rambling, and nobody wants to watch that. I'm not that enjoyable. So I'm gonna cut it off here. I've rambled enough about nether quartz somehow. I don't know, but I did. And so I hope you enjoyed that and let me know your thoughts on nether quartz. Um, but yeah, and also, you guys might not think 10 videos is a milestone. Usually people do milestones based off subscribers, but I think 10 videos is a milestone, so I'm gonna celebrate in what little way I do. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will tune in on the next one where we'll finally start working on the barn a bit. Finish that up hopefully, and then I'm thinking about doing some mining. It's been quite a while since I've done any kind of mining. So it might be another story rant episode in the mines. So stay tuned to for that. Also, on my I totally forgot to even mention this, but I got a Switch 2 recently and it's been a lot of fun and I have Mario Kart World on it and it's been really fun. That's also why it's been a while since I've done one of these videos is because I've been playing Mario Kart a lot instead. And I realized a few days ago, I was like, hey, why don't I make a video of me playing Mario Kart? And then I was like, all right, well then how do I do that? How do I film on the Switch? So I figured out all the tech, did all the things like buying a capture card, whatever that really is. Still don't even know, but I have it now, and I already made one video, and I'll keep making more. I'm thinking about alternating back and forth between Minecraft and Mario Kart for at least a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. So this technically isn't my 10th video ever uploaded, but it's my 10th episode of my Minecraft series, which is really all that matters to me. So, and look at this. My hair is just blending right into the dirt. Looks kind of odd. Sorry, I'm not even very easily distracted. let's just cut it off here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in episode 11. Goodbye!